just tell.
Okay, well, let's just lay out the scenario for people. Is that we had an interview planned for tomorrow with Yak Gotti, obviously, of
Who's we?
the YSL trial. Me and Remo.
You and who?
Me and Remo.
You and who?
You're gonna lie now, and
You
you're
and
gonna act
Remo?
like you were in on this, and like you didn't just run up in it in the last minute.
No, you and who?
Why are you?
You and Remo.
You want to do your little tantrum thing before I actually say what actually happened?
Remo.
Me and Remo have been working this week to get the Yak Gotti interview lined up. We agreed on a dollar amount. Tomorrow we're gonna do it. You hit me up this morning and said, "Oh, Yak Gotti's gonna come on the Adam and Wack show." Now this is a problem because with the amount that we're paying Yak Gotti, we can't just do the Adam and Wack show with him. Me and you have a profit sharing agreement in place. So unless he's willing to do it for free.
You know what? Maybe I should start being on what y'all pay these people, because you must be overpaying some of these people. Because at the end of the day, let's be real. I'm going to be real, and I'm going to tell all you artists out there, especially you dudes that ain't got no flame, right? No jumper is the 70%. They ain't doing no jumper a favor.
I would love to never have to pay anybody.
Hey, you see how Wack get on there and try to dictate? That's what he do though. Knowing damn well Yak Gotti then just beat the case with YSL, the only person that got not found guilty on everything. He want to tell this man how to run his motherfucking show. Why you didn't go start your podcast and do the percentage? Because you know you ain't got the volume. Y'all go there and you want to run that man's shit like it's yours. Straight up. You want to run this man's show like it's yours. You are a worker. He telling you, I can't do the podcast with you and him because I got to bust the bag down when I do the show with you. I'm not busting the bag down when I pay this man to do the show, but Wack want to dictate. Adam thinking I got to get the interview. You just talking and you ain't giving up no money. You ain't giving up $1. You got your hand out. Gimme, 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 gimme.
For an interview again. I'm just saying that if we look at it as a big interview that is going to cost a fee, I think that's fair given everything that Yak Gotti's gone through. So we
whatever Yak then went through ain't got a damn thing to do with No Jumper. No Jumper is giving him a visual, right, to help him get back online. We ain't
hating. Straight hating. He's saying No Jumper is helping. How the fuck is No Jumper helping that man give a visual to get back online when the entire world see that he's the only person that beat the fucking case? That shit don't even make sense. The entire world sees that this man was the only person to be found not guilty on all charges, and Wack is saying that No Jumper is going to be putting him back on the damn platform, putting him back on the front line. That shit don't even make no sense, man. Wack, you sound stupid, man. Straight up. You sound dumb, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. You sound clueless. That man don't need No Jumper. No Jumper needs him. That man didn't need No Jumper. He the only one that beat the case. What is No Jumper gonna do? He can write a book, let alone off his story, because he's the only person out of 28 people that beat the case. Like, what is No Jumper gonna do for him? Wack, you sound goofy, dog.
Dealing with somebody that got $1 million or even 500,000.
He has a very important story to tell, and I also know for a fact that he's going to Vlad, and that Vlad is paying him.
Hold on.
So if we want to be in that conversation, then we're going to have to.
What I'm saying is, I'm the one exposed the interrogation footage.
Nobody gives a that you exposed the interrogation footage, Wack. That shit's already done. He trying to get an interview of somebody that beat a RICO indictment. We all know you getting everybody indicted on RICOs. And you up here. That man beat the RICO. Damn. We all know you put the interrogation tape out, right? But you act like it came from somebody else. You act like you got all the interrogation tapes from everywhere around the country, right? But we know. He said, Vlad is paying. What you think? He not gonna pay him? Vlad paid him. And you think he's not gonna follow the same suit? This is how they operating. Vlad and Adam are pinging guests back and forth with each other when they put them on. They got their old shit going on, how they operating. Wack, you don't know how to run a podcast, Wack. You don't have the ability to run a podcast. You don't have that. That's not in your niche. You are a guest to the podcast. You bring that kind of value. You don't know how to run your own show. We see the 100 show. We watch it. It takes a certain type of way to operate your own show. You can't do it. But you want to tell this man how he should handle the guests on his show. Man, you sound goofy.
Character syndrome that you're making it all about yourself. Nobody cares about that.
No, hold on. I'm gonna tell you what they care about.
Nobody remembers and nobody cares.
I'm gonna tell you what they care about. If I'm the one that exposed the interrogation footage of him in there saying and doing things he wasn't supposed to do, and then he goes on the Danza Project a week ago, and they asked him about what Wack did, and he has some real strong things to say about Wack. I think the people would love to see Yak Gotti pull up on Wack, the one that exposed him, because y'all not gonna ask the questions. Y'all soft.
No, we are gonna ask the
Y'all
questions.
ain't gonna. How you
we
gonna
actually are gonna ask him.
You
everything.
don't even know the details to ask him.
You don't know what to ask him. No offense, you're a very good podcaster, but you are a dog shit interviewer.
Woo! God damn! Y'all hear that? He said you are a good podcaster, but you are a dog shit interviewer. You don't know how to run your own shit. Wack, this is a fact. You do not know how to be in a leading seat on the podcast. We done watched you do many panels with Christopher Lovejoy, Loose Cannon, and all the other little minions on the show, and your shows are straight corny. Y'all up there bringing people up there to make content out of them, and the shit ain't doing no 50, 100,000 views. Come on, man. But you trying to dictate to somebody that's running the operation. I'm glad he be telling you this shit, though. Because you definitely ain't got it like that. I got to play that little part back. Yeah, I got to play that little part back. Sit your ass back in your seat and look dumb.
Get back online. We ain't dealing with somebody that got 1 million or even 500,000.
He has a very important story to tell. And I also know for a fact that he's going to Vlad and that Vlad is paying them.
Hold on.
So if we want to be in that conversation, then we're going to have to.
What I'm saying is, I'm the one exposed the interrogation footage.
Main character syndrome that you're making it all about yourself. Nobody cares about
No,
that.
hold on. I'm going to tell you what they care
Nobody
about.
remembers.
Nobody
and
cares.
I'm going to tell you what they care about. If I'm the one that exposed the interrogation footage of him in there saying and doing things he wasn't supposed to do, and then he goes on the Danza Project a week ago, and they asked him about what Wack did, and he has some real strong things to say about Wack. I think the people would love to see Yak Gotti pull up on Wack, the one that exposed him, because y'all not gonna ask the questions. Y'all soft.
No, we are gonna ask the
Y'all
questions.
ain't gonna. How you
we
gonna
actually are gonna ask him
You
everything.
don't even know the details to ask him.
You don't know what to ask him. No offense, you're a very good podcaster, but you are a dog shit interviewer.
I'm a what?
You have no idea how to do an interview.
What?
I mean, everybody out there knows it too.
I don't interview like you.
Right, which is to say that when you do interviews, you sit there and talk about yourself the whole time.
No, I don't.
Yes, many such cases.
No, I
they
don't.
know. They know.
I don't talk about me.
Yes, you do.
I talk about them. I remember when I brought Zoe Osama, the minute I asked him something about him, you went into some gay
But
shit.
that wasn't an interview. That was just a regular episode, and he was supposed to be the co-host. But you
Crushed him. He crushed him. He crushed Wack whole entire ego right there. Right there, he crushed Wack's whole ego. He said, you don't know how to do an interview. You don't know how to do it. All you want to do is talk about yourself. That's it. You don't have it, Wack. Because if you had it, the 100 show would be off to the races by now. You don't have it. You are a professional middleman. You have that down to a science, how to be a middleman and a worker and to be there on time. You have that down to a science, but you don't know how to run an interview, right? Not at all. You make everything about yourself. Certified.
misinformed him, so he thought it was supposed to be an interview,
Anytime
which
you got
resulted
artists-
in a very, very awkward
So
conversation.
you telling me when Yak Gotti comes here tomorrow, whenever he comes, you don't think he's gonna talk about his music or projects he got coming out?
We'll let him talk about that once we get past all the other stuff, yeah.
So, okay, but you're gonna let him talk about it, right?
Yeah, of course.
So, you and Remo and Yak, that's a safe conversation.
No, we're going to ask him everything. You're
it
going to
doesn't-
sit there and talk about banging R&B the whole time.
No, it does. Listen,
So, Yak, I was banging my girl yesterday. Let me tell you, the condom slipped.
see, Adam, you always bring my girl up. The reason why,
Yeah, it's me
you don't
bringing
like
her up.
talking about
It's
your
not you.
girl, because the other dude is banging your girl, because they all over the internet.
Right, yeah.
They on yachts. I don't know. I'm starting to get mad. I got a problem with him now.
Okay.
I'm starting to get mad at this dude.
Okay.
This is a fact, bro. It's bothering me. I don't even like the dude no more.
Honestly, hype it up. Get on Instagram. Make a whole big thing out of it.
I'm just being real because it's too much going on.
Come on.
It's too much that what it says.
Adam getting tired of Wack, man. Adam is getting tired of Wack. He got this contract with Wack, and he's upholding the contract. But he's getting tired of Wack, man. Straight up, you know. And Wack wanted to say, I want to see what it's about with her. But he flipped it. He flipped it real quick and changed it on. I want to see what's up with this guy. Got me wanting to do something to the guy or whatever, right? But he wanted to say, I wanted to see what she's about. Yeah, he wanted to get real disrespectful, but he switched it real quick. Y'all heard that.
This is too much. So yeah, okay, cool. But the controversy is Yak Gotti pulls up to the West Coast on Wack 100 after he exposed him. It's only one person did that. Well, it's only one other person. Only one other person did that.
So when
That was Snoopy. Snoopy Badass pulled up
if we were
after.
to tell the world, hey, we got a Yak Gotti interview coming up, less than 1% of people are going to be like, ooh, I would love to see Wack
You're
and Yak go
crazy.
head to head.
No, you know what I always hear? And you need to tell these people this. Wack, why these people you expose when they go to No Jumper, you ain't nowhere around? He don't tell me.
True. Because, all right, this
He
is the
don't
thing.
tell me. They want to see.
Because you trying to bring a whole bunch of BS. The man still trying to run a business. This is why you don't know how to run a business. This is why you don't know how to run a business. You know how to be a middleman, get somebody influenced to sign a contract. You know how to do that. But you don't know how to run a business. a stable, stationary business because you always want to bring drama and escalate something to try to prove your point, not knowing when to scale back on those situations. If Wack had a podcast and it was stable like this, somebody would have done something to him. If he had to be somewhere every day, all day, somebody would have done something to him by now.
See, listen, y'all could have sat right here. It would have been a conversation, right? Because at the end of the day, I seen what I seen. The content I got came from Atlanta. It came from his
I understand that you're very wrapped up in your own little social media games, but the thing about me is that I'm
just
running
said that.
actual business. Now, let me explain
I
how
just said that.
paying for an interview works. Is that we give them X amount of dollars, we take the interview, we chop it up into parts, and then we release it clip by clip because that's the way that we're going to make the most money off of that content, and then
do that with all the interviews.
and then be able to pay for the amount of money that we gave the person. If we have Yagati on this podcast, which again comes out every Sunday, what's going to happen is that you are going to kind of remove all of the excitement about the other interview that we're going to do. And then we're going to put this one out. It's not going to earn that much. And we're supposed to split the money with you. And I asked you, I'm like, well, do you want to split the fee for Yak and then just give him that money out of
paying
this?
these dudes. I think you overpaying these dudes.
You hear this? I said this, y'all. Wack don't want to give up no money. And Adam asked him, do you want to split the fees with me? And what'd he do? Oh, I don't know what you guys paying. Nigga, cause your money funny, man. The man offered you a partnership in a deal, whereas though you had to put your money on the table, and the niggas, oh, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. Nigga, you know what's going on. If you gonna come to the table, you gonna come to the table. Straight up. This the type of person Wack is. The man offered him to go on a partnership on an interview, and the nigga started fumbling. He was gonna allow you to be in the interview and break bread on the interview, and that nigga's nigga. This how you know Wack don't know how to run his own show. All he do is know how to leech off people. Wack is a leech, a certified leecher. Because why wouldn't you take the deal? Straight up. If somebody talking about, hey, yo, such and such got some shit over here, we can put our money into it, and we gonna go ahead and do this with it over here, and we gonna get our money back. And he's letting you know he got somebody that's gonna break all the clips down, which they've been doing, which you know, and you still don't want to go in on it? Nigga, you ain't got no money like that, nigga. You a liar, nigga. You a liar. You ain't got no money like that. You a liar, Wack. Straight up. You a liar. You ain't got no money like that.
Especially right now.
Well, it makes sense that you would have that opinion as somebody who has never had to pay anybody for an interview, and not me, who's actually doing this every single day. It's very interesting that you feel like you have more authority about that subject than me, where this is literally what I do every day.
Adam, I guarantee you,
little boy,
I can take that lane of your business and make it make more sense. This is a fact.
Nobody wants to see you do an interview.
Nobody.
No offense.
What?
Nobody.
You paying these dudes to come on a platform that's helping them.
Yes, but in the current interview ecosystem that we exist in, the biggest interviews, especially with people who aren't necessarily pushing something or have a product in hand that they're trying to get out there. Like, for instance, let's say, Gotti, a year down the road, he's got a new mixtape. He really wants to promote the mixtape. People are already sick of hearing him talk about the YSL trial and everything like that. Then that might be a time in which him doing a free interview makes sense. But
Wack don't know that, though. Wack don't know how to operate like that. He operates like a worker. He operates like a touter. Wack is like somebody that you sit on the corner and tell him to stand in front of the liquor store and send everybody my way. You hear me? And I got you. That's the type of person Wack is. You sit him on the corner right by the liquor store and say, everybody that come through, send them right here, and I'm going to give you a PC off of everybody you send down the block. And just let them know, tell them Wack sent them. That's the type of person Wack is. Because he shows that when he talks, he displays it. You can literally see this shit.
Given that he still has all this mystique around him because he was part of one of the biggest trials in hip hop history, I think it's fair and it makes sense
When
that
he
we pay
took
him.
it to the box, everybody watched that already. So it really ain't nothing to talk about. What people want to talk about
Hating.
is the bullshit.
We're going to talk about the bullshit and everything that happened during the trial.
So I got to give you what to say. That's what it is. Because I don't think you know.
I don't think we need to know anything from you, but if you want to send over some ideas, sure.
You don't need.
I don't think we need to know anything from you. Treat you like a peon, Wack, on camera. You get treated like a certified peon. Straight peon on camera. We don't need anything from you. You can send it if you want, but we don't need interview information from you. For what? Been doing interviews. You don't know how to do an interview. Straight up. You don't know how to do an interview, Wack. We watched the 100 show when you up there trying to run content on people. That ain't no way to do no interview. You got 6 people drilling them, trying to ask them different questions to out them. That ain't no damn interview, nigga. We ain't see none of your interviews that you did on the 100 show go up, go viral. None of them. This is why you don't do interviews. Because you don't know what to do. Straight up.
It's our content. You don't even know what it is.
What?
You don't even remember the punchline in the interrogation. It's one punchline. It was a lot of bullshit.
The fact that you think that the video of the interrogation is the most interesting thing is because you're obsessed with yourself and you can't really see past things that involve you.
Do you know it was people that was involved in the wise?
Do you hear what he just said? You're so obsessed with yourself and you can't see past it. Come on, man. That's the problem with you, Wack. You so obsessed with yourself and your police tactics to get people indicted and to play different games. That's all you care about. How can I get you indicted? How can I get you to look like you're a snitch and I'm not a snitch? This is your whole angle. That's all you do all the time, Wack. That's it.
Cell trial that was told on back then.
I haven't really 100% dug into
That's
the
my
research that
point.
we've done.
Let's carry on.
My team is putting together the
Your
questions.
team,
I will review the
bunch
questions
of
tonight,
goobers
and then
who
I will
don't
watch
even
a
know.
bunch of supplementary
I'm gonna give
information.
you the shit. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a few things because some of these names you're gonna say, "Whoa, Wack! I didn't know he got out on him back then." Because some of these dudes you've already interviewed, right? So I'm gonna.
But the thing about what you saying, Wack, is not what the people want to see. The shit you're saying, people don't want to see it. You can go on your 100 show and put everything you saying up there and nobody really gives a fuck. For what? That shit there, we all know you snitching. So what are you saying? The entire world knows that you are working with them people, that you are working with the gang task force. The entire world knows it, Wack. So, what the hell? Somebody saying it really is like, okay, yeah, we know that. God damn. But this where your mind is at. Definitely small-minded. This why his money ain't like he tries to portray. This why that fake-ass $200 million diaper deal don't exist. The $10 million diaper deal don't exist. Because the way that he operates and the way that he thinks.
I'm gonna give you the things, and I'm gonna give you the craziest punchline that he said. Right?
What's that?
Huh?
What was that?
Do you want me to wear a wire? I can bring you back some more information.
Oh, yeah, we're going to ask him about all that. Yeah.
Right? And y'all gonna let him spin because your understanding and Remo's understanding is from the civilian side of it. Y'all know it ain't right.
We are on a mission to be fair and objective and to really probe into the innermost details.
We're not, it's no fair to that. It's about, are you gonna cop to and admit to what you did? Are you gonna keep it gangster like 6ix9ine?
That's how he think, though.
It is keeping the gangster rats.
What did 6ix9ine keep gangster?
He said, I ratted. Right. I told I ratted, so what? So,
but he also made up the shit about Shotty and Sarah, and did a whole lot of other shit to justify his decision.
Wack don't want to say nothing about
he
that.
Didn't make none of that up.
Wack don't want to say nothing about that.
If he the only one looking at 48 years as the goddamn head of it, that only comes from people underneath you involved telling them things you've done. So this is...
Look at this man justifying for a rat. A rat justifying for a rat while he's sitting there trying to say how somebody else should be interviewed. Oh, man.